What's going on, guys? It's your boy Tiny here, and we are going to review the movie Mortal Kombat as soon as you get over here. So, guys, as you saw in the intro, today's review is going to be on the movie Mortal Kombat. It's based off a video game franchise that is near and dear to my heart. Because when I was younger, me and my twin, wanted to stay at a friend's house that had the video game. We were not allowed to have it. It was too bloody. And Mortal Kombat helped me get through some tough times when I was a kid. See, there was a code on Sega when we finally were able to get it that you would put in and blood would cover the screen. And it would be ABACABB. And how I still remember that all these years later is because I played the game so much. It got instilled in my memory right here. That's because of that game. It was the game you wanted to play all night with your buddy when you did a sleepover. So we always looked for friends that had that game so we could play that till the crack of dawn sometimes in the morning. And my favorite character was Scorpion. He was BA. I will keep this G rated because this movie is not, okay? They had to dull this down. They had too much blood and violence for this movie, so they could even put it in the theaters or get it out for release, which has me wanting to see it actually whenever it comes out on the uncut version. So, just like the video game, Blood and Gore, when this game first came out, man, it was all over the news and how video games, this is basically the game that started video games cause violence. And it was awesome back in the day, I ain't gonna lie, I love playing this game. They've done movies on it before, but this is the reboot for the new generation of people that like Mortal Kombat. And we'll talk about the movie some, and not a lot, because I'd rather talk about the video game. I could go on all day about that one. But the trailers lead you to believe there's going to be a lot of Scorpion in this. And it wasn't. He was in the beginning. And then he died. And then he came back at the end for an epic fight with SubZero. The two main characters on this that stole the show are SubZero and Kano. Kano made the movie. Scene stealer. Every time he was in a scene, he was the one that you gravitated toward and watched. He was saying the funny stuff like he did in the video games after he destroyed people. And he was my favorite part of the movie. The movie would have been boring had he not been in there. SubZero was my second favorite part. It kind of showed you horror movie glimpses of him in a real world and ice just coming everywhere. And I thought they did him and Kano justice, along with Scorpion. He wasn't in there as much as I'd hoped, because the preview showed a lot of him, and it had me thinking, oh man, we're going to get to see this epic throwdown between these two like we did in the video games, and we didn't. We didn't get to see that. Instead, out of the catalog of probably 100 plus characters that Mortal Kombat has registered in all their games down the year, we go with an origin story. And it was lame. I was wondering, where's Kano at? Why isn't he going to kill this kid? They could have done it around Liu Kang, one of the founding people in the original game. And it had Sonya and Jax, and I like some of their story. But I just kept wanting to see Kano. And then whenever he wasn't in the scenes, I was completely lost. The movie was good for blood and violence, if you like a good beat-em-up like I do. But as far as the story, I didn't think the story was all that great. I really didn't. And it had me wishing I'd just sat at home and played the video games instead of watching it on HBO Max, honestly. I am going to, if they do a second one, watch it. The game was based around a tournament of champions to defend Earth's realm. There was no tournament in this movie, and they treated Goro like he was some second-rate henchman and sent him to Earth after the kid that they came up with the origin story for, and I just did not enjoy it. Goro's who you build up to. And if CGI is expensive, which I understand it is, use him sparingly. The first movie back in the 90s just showed a montage of bodies hitting the ground and built up his lore that, that's the guy you don't want to mess with. And some noob who doesn't even have his powers or anything yet beats Goro. It wasn't my favorite. It really wasn't. If I'm being honest here and generous, I'm going to give it a 5. I believe some people are going to like it. I enjoyed parts of it. I ain't going to say it was complete trash. But it wasn't my favorite, and I didn't care about the storyline, and I only really cared about the storyline when Kano was in there. Scorpion could have been more in there, or don't mislead me to believe that he's going to be a big part of this movie, when really he wasn't. So, I'm giving this a 5 out of 10, and I feel that's being really generous. Really, really generous. I did have fun with this movie in parts, but they could have done so much more. Use the characters from the catalog you have created through the games. I don't need a movie to introduce someone new. And it just falls into the category that there's another video game movie that could have been better, and it wasn't. That's my opinions. If you don't like what I have to say, please comment. I've asked before, I get very little offers, but I love seeing people comment in my section below. So, hope y'all like what you see here. If you didn't disagree with me, if you did disagree with me, go ahead and comment on it. If you agreed with me, comment on it. Just give me some love. I'm only getting like 20 likes per video or watches, so I'd really like to boost them numbers. But as always, y'all stay safe and make good choices. Bye.